What can we expect from SSG with LJ on the team? When Spacestation Gaming announced that RLCS was not part of the future for SSG, many people wonder who was going to take his place. According to ShiftRLE on Twitter, SSG are set to sign LJ from Oxygen Esports. But what does he bring to the table? In this video I will dive into some replays from some recent games LJ has played to take a closer look at his playstyle and try to predict how well he can fit into the Spacestation Gaming Rocket League team. Okay, so in this first replay, LJ is playing with Elo Marmaton, the former Pittsburgh Knights player, against T-Bait and Toristo. LJ is a fast-paced player with incredible game sense. You can see that he analyzes his teammates' movements, and another thing I like about LJ's playstyle is that it takes a few risks here and there, but he seems to always have control. His recoveries are outstanding, and to me, it looks like he thinks about his teammates in every decision he makes. It's quite clear to me that LJ is a player with relatively high mechanical skills. We all know what Daniel can do with the ball, and how intimidating he can be. So, do SSG really need another play like this? If you take a look at Moist as an example, every player on that team has high mechanical playstyles. Most pros do, but some are on another level. And I'm wondering if this is the direction SSG is going for. But to base an analysis of only one replay makes no sense, so let's take a look at a few highlights from his time in Oxygen. LJ is a magnificent player, there's no doubt about that. He is creative, but he also emphasizes simple things like positioning and team play. The most interesting question about the SSG roster with LJ on the team is how the chemistry will be. I've been watching several games from Oxygen Esports, and some of their combinations are brilliant. They seem to have an understanding between the three that I've not seen in that many teams in the last few seasons. But these guys are Rocket League pros, and they play with and against each other in ranked and private games quite often, so I guess the transition from one team to another is easier than both you and I would know. But chemistry is, in my opinion, one of the most important factors when it comes to a team. You can have the most experienced and mechanical gifted players, but if they can't work with others, they will not succeed. Personalities are not something you can train in the same way as mechanics and game sense. Of course you can do team building and different activities, but we all have different qualities, and we are different persons with different opinions and emotions. If this team does not succeed, who will be the one to leave next time? I do hope that SSG will find success with LJ, if that signing goes through. They played okay in most of the recent tournaments, but we need to go all the way back to 2020 in order to find their last major victory. So for SSG, it's time to rebuild and work their way up to the top again. A crushing 9th place at Worlds, a 5th place in London, and a 4th place in the RLCS 2021-22 Regional Event 3 is some of their latest performances. Maybe with the addition of LJ, they can move a bit higher on the final rankings and perhaps be a contender for the next major Rocket League event. I do believe that SSG with LJ on the team can be a good combination, but I guess we will never know until we see them in action. Until next time, stay positive.